Hello, everybody. This is AJ the Promoter, the creator of the Promote Black Business app. And you know what I always say, it's about you, us, and now. And right now, I'm real excited to share with you this interview I had with Vell Davis, owner of SIVAD Photography. Enjoy. Hi, everybody. This is AJ the Promoter. And you know what I always say, it's about you, it's about us, and it's about now. And right now, I'm so excited. I'm always saying I'm so excited, but I am. I am sitting here with Vell Davis. He has a photography company called SIVAD. Is that correct?
It is, actually.
Yes, it is. I met him maybe about a month or two ago at one of his gigs, and he was fabulous. And I said, oh my gosh, let me grab your card. Gave him a call, and here we are today. And he's a proud new sponsor of the Promote Black Business app. You know, guys, I'm telling you, I'm getting the best of the best in the Kansas City market to sponsor the app's mission and vision. They believe that it's an app that can really make a difference in our community. And I hope I can make a difference with your business.
Absolutely. I feel you can. I absolutely do.
You know what? So what we're going to do, as always, is we're just going to have a casual conversation so you can get to know Vell a little more. Maybe I can get some personal stuff out of him. But, you know, we're going to talk photography, and we're going to just talk in general, you know, what's going on and what Vell's up to, what he likes and what he has learned. And again, I'm so excited to have him as a sponsor of the Promote Black Business app. So guys, just enjoy, sit back, and relax.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate the opportunity to explain who I am and what I do, and hopefully this will be something that'll be beneficial to your listeners, and hopefully I can provide a service that'll also be fruitful for them, and let's see if we can do something great together.
Okay, now you said something great together. So the first question I want to ask Vell is, you know, he's a man, a seasoned, very attractive, well put together man, as you can see. And he's told me he's a father. He has two fabulous daughters, and a grandchild any day. Any day. Congratulations.
Thank you.
I know you're excited.
Excited.
Because it's a boy.
It's a boy. After having two girls, I finally got the boy.
I'm so excited for you. You're gonna love that little boy.
Oh, I've been told.
Gosh.
Can't wait.
So so you kind of know a little bit of personal information about him. So he is pretty much in his second phase of life. You know, we work a lot during our first phase, and then from 20 to 40 trying to figure it out, and from 40 to age, you know, trying to sock away some money for retirement, and then voila, we're retired, and now what? And so now we're at the now what. But first, before we get to the now what have you been doing with your life up, say, in the last 30 years?
Wow, so it's a lot that's been happening, actually. So, you know, I started out early on. After I graduated high school, went to Seattle for a family reunion, and from Seattle, from the family reunion, relatives asked me to go to California. So I ended up moving and staying in LA with them. And so for the next 10 years, I lived in LA, helping them with the trucking company.
Okay.
And then so on my visits to Kansas City from time to time, I saw opportunities where I could sort of do some things that I've always wanted to do, but at the time, you know, I was either too young or didn't have the finances to do it. So on my trips back and forth, I ran into a person that had a vision of opening up a restaurant. And so I got into the restaurant business by way of, just by happenstance. You know, he wanted to do it, didn't really have all the resources, so I put some of my financing into it, and thus Meals Appeals was born.
In Kansas City.
In Kansas City.
Okay, so how old were you? How old were you when you were in LA?
In LA, I was from 18 to 28.
Okay. So what did you do in LA? Did you like that experience?
Loved it, absolutely.
What part?
So I was in Orange County, I was in Los Angeles, I was in Pasadena, and then I ended up in Rancho Cucamonga.
I have no idea what that is, but you enjoyed it.
I absolutely loved it.
So
absolutely
from 18 to in your 20s, did you go to college or anything like that?
You know, that was not until after I got back to Kansas City. So one of my little visits here, young lady I was seeing ended up pregnant. I came back, said I got to raise my daughter. So that's what brought me back to Kansas City,
okay.
Or else I would have stayed in LA.
Oh.
So when I came back to Kansas City, I of course, the business aspect of what I was doing was no longer there. So I went back to school. I went to DeVry.
Okay.
Got a degree in, a bachelor in science, and was into technology.
So has that helped?
It did. Oh, immensely.
Open all kind of doors.
Open all kind of doors. Because while I was in DeVry, once I graduated, I was recruited out of DeVry to go work for a technical firm.
Okay.
And then from there, I was recruited a second time, when I used to go do warranty work for this company. They said, hey, we want to bring you on here. And so I stayed there for 23 years.
Wow. So so we're putting this all together here. I'm still kind of curious about this LA thing. So in LA, what did you learn there? Did you learn from that? That's like your great years, from 18 to almost 30.
Yeah.
What did you learn in LA?
So it was so fast paced. It was unlike what I was used to in Kansas City. Kansas City, I was more home based, more closer knit to family and friends, and things were. I didn't think it was a slower pace. I thought Kansas City was what was happening. When I moved to LA, everything was so fast paced. Everything. So I had to learn how to think on my feet. I had to learn how to pivot. Things don't stay static all the time. Things are dynamic, and I had to learn how to adjust in a dynamic, ever-changing, moving environment. And so, in that process, I said to myself, I can actually benefit from how now I'm able to pivot, how I'm able to communicate. So at the time, I had relatives that were in gangs. I came from a school sort of background. So I was the bridge between this community and that community. And so I bridged the gap. And in bridging that gap, getting these guys to know how to speak and deal in this environment, and then getting those guys to learn how to understand this environment was an element that was fruitful for both parties. Well, that was a hidden talent that I didn't realize I had. So when I came back to Kansas City, that's when I was given these offers and these opportunities to, one, open a restaurant, and then after opening a restaurant, I got into promotions and productions. And promotions and productions was probably my most fruitful